Hi, it's Jen. Today I wanted to share with you a quick little project that I'm going to be making. I have it in my head what I want to do, and so I thought what I would do is I'll just do step by step with you. I'm going to be turning the camera on and off just because I have to go sew. So this video will be pieced together, but I'll try to do it as seamless as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to finish up my advent calendar with the hanger, vintage paint hanger or skirt hanger gifts that go on it. And so right now I just wanted to make a little pocket for her journal, and because I have a few little gifts for it, and so I thought I would quickly make one up and then I'll bring you along. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I haven't made one yet, and so it's a little bit of trial and error together. So the first thing that I did is I made up one of these pocket fronts. I do have a video how I make these. I will link it up above. And then I have a piece of, and the measurements are the exact same that I made those ones with. And then I also have a piece of burlap, and this is 6 by 2.5. This piece here is a little bit longer than 6, but I did it that way because I'm going to trim it after I sew it at the top and the bottom. And yeah, so that way, that's why it's a little bit longer for me. And then our papers, I have 2 pieces of cardstock, and the width is 4 3/8 by 6. And so what I'm going to be doing is with the white cardstock that's been tea dyed, I inked all around the edges, and then you turn it over from right and to left, and then you ink just the one side up here, the left hand side. So all you do is you just take the right hand side, flip it over till it's the left hand side, and you just ink this side here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pocket. I guess it's not really a pocket yet, but I'm going to put this on the cardstock and just sew around the 3 sides. And then I'll have a pocket. And then the next thing I'm going to sew while I'm at the sewing machine, I'm going to take my burlap, I'm going to put it on this cardstock, and I'm just going to sew down the right hand side. And I'm going to do a zigzag stitch to try to make it so that it doesn't fray as best I can. And that's just my first steps that I'm going to be doing. And then I'll jump right back on and show you what I've done. Alright, so I have my sewing all done, and I have some tails here that I'm going to trim off. Just because I don't want anything in the back here, I'm just going to trim that right off. In the front, I don't really need them up here. And get rid of those. So that's all cleaned up. And same with this side as well. I want to make sure I clean all these up. And the cardstock that I'm using, it's from Stampin' Up! Years ago. I have a few pieces left that I thought I would use up. So they don't sell it anymore. So that is all my sewing for right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my circle punch, and it's, I believe, 2.5. And I'm going to make a notch right here. But I don't want to go halfway through. I just want to go, I don't want it very big. Like, I want a wide opening, that's why I chose this size of stamp, but I don't want to go too deep in. Trying to center it on both sides as well. There we go. And then I'm going to quickly ink that up. And I'll use archival ink in potting soil. just so that it matches all the way around. And that's about it. Alright, and then the next thing I was thinking about doing is now I'm going to put these two together like this. And this, the craft cardstock, should be the hole, the notch should be at the top where you've inked on the left hand side. And then this is just normal. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew all around the three sides to make it a pocket, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I got all my sewing done, so this is what it should look like now. So here's the burlap here, it's in a pocket, and I'm hoping with this zigzag stitch it will keep from fraying. And then I sewed it all down the right hand side here, and then so now we have a pocket in here, pocket out here, and then when you turn it over we have a pocket right here. And then the only thing that I would like to do is I am going to snip this burlap, just because I didn't want to cut it too short before I sewed it, so that way I didn't want it to start fraying close to where I wanted it to be on my pocket. So that's the reasoning why I cut just a little bit extra, and I'm just going to use the side of the cardstock as my guide. There. There we go. And then the same for this side. And then what I think I might do, try to get this really cut. Okay. Don't want to do that too much. And there you go. And then I was thinking about cutting the tails. I'm just going to mention, I'm sorry that I keep on switching my backgrounds. I'm having problems with the glare, and so that's why I keep on switching my mats. And so if this works for me, just using my white table, I might, when I tape, I might just use this. Just because I've been trying to fix that glare problem and I can't seem to. But we'll see how this turns out. And then if this works, I'll just do this from now on. Alright, I think I have all my tails cut off. And so this is what I was thinking that I would hang on the hanger. The gift could go in here. I have another gift to go in here. And then I have an idea for this. So what I'm going to do, and that's how easy it is really. The longest part that took me is this pocket, is just sewing that pocket together. And then I'm going to go off camera and finish decorating this because I'm not really sure and I don't have things gathered. And then I'll quickly come on again and show how I finished my pocket. Alright, so I finished decorating these pockets, and I left it quite simple because I just think there's beauty in simplicity as well, but you can really add a lot of decoration. I wanted to keep it really flat so that way if it goes into a journal, I kept the bigger layering pieces out to the right so it can hang out of the traveler's notebook. And so I kept the pocket pretty simple, and inside what I did is I put the gift, and then I stamped the numbers 1 to 25, and then this stamp is from Kaiser Craft, if you're wondering. And then this ephemera piece, the wreath, is from Tim Holtz's Christmas packs. And then I just have a rusted paper clip with tea-dyed tulle and then I just attach those two pieces together just to kind of decorate the front. And then on the side here, I did put a tab, and the tab, what I did is I used a piece of white cardstock that was embossed with sweater. I don't know if you can see it, if the camera's picking it up, but it's sweater ribbing. I don't know what that's called, chain stitch, I think maybe. And so I punched it out of that, and then I just put an eyelet, and then I put a bulb pin, and then I have a crocheted snowflake I made with a bell, and I went with a gold bell this time to match the gold in the rickrack. And then I put a big plaid bow, because when I think of Christmas, I think of plaids and whatnot. So I wasn't sure about it, but what do you guys think? If you like the plaid bow, can you give this video a thumbs up just to let me know? Because I wasn't sure, but I wanted to add more color because it was getting to where it looked like it was all red. And then when you turn it over, so that's all for the front. And then when you turn it over, I kept this simple as well. Now, I haven't shared this yet on my channel, but one thing that I like to do is take some burlap, and then I put safety pins in it. And then what I do is, you know how people do vision boards? Well, my thought was, for each season, why not pin things on here that you're enjoying? Maybe it's the night sky, maybe it's the stars, the snow, maybe it's an outing that your family goes to, or maybe ephemera that you get while you're out getting a coffee or whatnot. And so I put those in my journals quite often, and one thing that I like doing is putting it as a belly band. So you put a piece of, in my harvest journal, I have a orange one, and then you put it as a belly band, and then you put pins all the way down, and then you can decorate it that way, and then plus have room for a card behind it for journaling or pictures or what have you. So I really like putting the burlap in journals for this purpose, and so you can really decorate it yourself. And that's why I left this quite plain, is so that the recipient, she can decorate it herself. And then I did put a tag back there. I really liked it. It's from Tim Holtz's Christmas ephemera pack. And I just put the two pieces together with some red thread behind it. Inked it up. And then inside is a gift. I'm not going to show it, but inside is a gift as well. And so I thought this would be a really cute pocket inside a journal, that you can even stick this whole thing in a pocket, or you can just attach it to the side of a journal with a clip, like one of these clips. Or you can even just stick it in there loosely to be like a bookmark. You can use it however you want in a journal, but I really like using these because you can add extra space, extra goodies, and I think they're just so pretty, especially with these pockets. I think the pockets are just so pretty. And then on the back again, that burlap where they can decorate many different things. And so that is how I finished decorating this particular item today. I hope you enjoyed it. This was really fun to do, and I hope today is finding you well. And don't forget, let's not throw away our junk. Let's journal with it. Take care, guys.